You want answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, folks. You can handle the truth, but you may not know the truth, just as I don't know the truth when it comes to certain aspects. Did you know that there's to be a United States of Zelensky and a United Europe of Zelensky and a United Asia of Zelensky? Did you have any clue, any idea? Oh, neither did I. I just kind of discovered this morning as I was waking up and sipping my delicious Zelensky brand coffee out of my Zelensky cup. Everything is up to Zelensky now. Didn't you know that? That's right. The little cretin, folks, who was placed into control. He's a puppet. He was put in control of Ukraine to manage it for the benefit of others. You see, that's what a president is someone who is elected to preside over an administration or the caretaking of a government, right? For the benefit of those who put them in place, the electorate, the people who vote. Well, they didn't vote Zelensky into power, folks. I mean, they've had so-called elections, but initially he was placed there. Now, let me tell you a little secret. Ukraine is now threatened. Ukraine has threatened everyone, the world. The children of the world have been and are being threatened. Little boys and little girls are being threatened by Zelensky right now. That if their government doesn't do what he says, he's going to punish them. They're going to go to war. They're going to suffer. They're going to die. Who the fuck does he think he is, folks? Wow, that was a good move. He was put in place to preside over Ukraine, but he seems to be trying to govern the whole world, telling everyone they will do what he says. They will support his war. And this is not just about taking back the Donbass, Zaporizhia, right? It's not just about taking back those states that were lost when Russia stepped in 1 year ago, invaded, and then helped those countries free themselves. See, to them, to Russia, it's about protection. To formerly Eastern Ukrainian states or provinces, to them it's about freedom and liberty. To Zelensky, it's about control and domination. He has had his own members of government arrested. He has taken wealth away from his own members of government, that anyone that opposes him, he has had arrested or impoverished or killed. Literally killed. You're starting to get an idea who Voldemort Zelensky is, Slobodan Zelensky. When asked, folks, one more freaking time, when asked about atrocities committed by his military against Russian ethnic peoples living in Ukraine, what was once Ukraine, his response was, "It is what it is." That is no response. That is not what a leader says. That is not what an intelligent person says. That's what a fucking tyrant says. Slobodan Voldemort Zelensky, folks, is a tyrant's tyrant. He is controlled. He is, right, a homosexual. And everyone knows, and at least in the world of intelligent politics, that when you're that, you are controlled. Period. You are controlled. I hate to break the news to everyone. That's how it fucking works. When someone's screwing you in the ass, you are controlled. Period. 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 Now, let us move on. United States of Zelensky, United Europe of Zelensky? Yeah, I think that's rather clever of me to come up with that name. He not only, folks, wants to take back formerly Eastern European provinces, he wants to take back Crimea, the Crimean Peninsula. Russia said there's no way in hell you're getting that back. Folks, Russia is a nuclear superpower. Thank God Ukraine is not. Or I'm sure we would have already had nuclear war. Where am I going with this? Folks, we're going to have a more violent World War III. I have no idea why the United States is supporting this little cretin, this inconsequential nation, important as it may be to the food system in Europe. He is inconsequential to the United States of America. Folks, if Russia controls eastern Ukraine, that food is still going to be grown. That food is still going to be harvested. That food is still going to be stored and distributed around the world. It's just that, well, Zelensky won't be the one in charge of it. I have a funny feeling that if Putin and the Russian Federation work with formerly Eastern Ukrainian provinces, they will do a better job of growing, harvesting, storing, and distributing that food. I guarantee it. But Zelensky won't have his hand in it, folks. He wants that back. He wants Crimea back. If you think that's the end of him, maybe you're not thinking all the way through. Because I know I wasn't. I was thinking all this little fucker wants is to have control of Ukraine and what was formerly Ukraine back in his corner. Well, what else does he have in his head, folks? Think about it. What else does this little moron think belongs to him? Does Poland belong to Ukraine? Does Belarus belong to Ukraine? How about Georgia? Huh? How about greater portions of Russia? Is he going to claim that that belongs to Ukraine as well on the eastern border? He already has some very grandiose concepts about who he is and his power, telling the United States of America that they better support him. An NBC reporter discovers upon visiting Crimea that the Crimean people like Russia better, that it's mostly Russians living there. So this NBC reporter writes his article, does his broadcast, freedom of speech, and finds himself on a fucking government hit list for Ukraine. That's right, a hit list, folks. Ukraine steals the money of people, including churches that do not support Zelensky. Not Ukraine's government, folks, Zelensky. And whatever Zelensky wants. I'm sure Americans with the name Zelensky might consider changing it. Understand. This man is dangerous. He's putting a hit out on Americans. He's threatening Americans, our children, sons and daughters, that they're going to have to go to war if he doesn't get his way, if he doesn't get his support, if he doesn't get his money. Who the fuck does this midget think he is? Who? Who is he? He's nobody, folks. He's a puppet. So the puppet makes demands. The puppet serves and dances and moves for the puppet master. So it's really not Zelensky, is it, that makes these demands? It's Zelensky's masters. So now we get to ask the question. Zelensky is doing everything he's been told, or he'd be plugged in the head with a piece of 7.62 by 39 Russian ammunition. Who is Zelensky's master, folks? Who does he serve? Because that is who is really making these demands of America to transfer billions and billions of dollars, over $100 billion and counting, and increasing on almost a daily basis, the money being sent. It's incredible to me. And Zelensky, as the puppet for his masters, is continuing to send all men capable within a fighting age range of, I believe, 18 to 60. All men are required, right, to register for their draft and are being sent to war into a Russian meat grinder. Oh yeah, well, Zelensky, I'm sure, plays butt bullseye with his dart system. I'm sure of it, folks. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Well, he just decided one day he doesn't like the taste of sausage? I don't think so. This guy is dangerous. And here we are, folks. This guy wants to lead the world into World War III with Russia. Are you prepared for the consequences? Are you prepared with food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and a means of self-defense? Do you know, folks, where this leads next? I do. But I'm prepared. I've made my decisions about what I support, and it ain't fucking Zelensky. It's the U.S. Constitution. It's the Bill of Rights. It's your freedoms that I have chosen. And mine as well. But in order to guarantee that, right, I have to be able to stand on my own 2 feet, speak my own mind, think about what information is available. And that's why I come here and talk to you guys every day. And then I hope that you, in turn, spread the word. Yeah, satire. Sometimes it's really funny. Other times it's rather dry, huh? United States of Zelensky. United Europe of Zelensky. This guy wants to be the king of the world. Folks, it doesn't matter how big a country he has. He will always be someone else's puppet. A butt puppet. And they know it. He knows it. We all know it. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours.